From the Far East, an uncontrollable fire burns. From their souls, the fighting spirit still yearns. The seductive allure of competition, a decades-long run. The light of the warriors cast beneath the rising sun. Some heroes on the page, and the lore we've yet to write. They share the passion for winning, and the love of the eternal fight. Aja to Saya, Minami to Tam, Chigusa to Utami, every name a stone, fortifying the legends from Japan.
Welcome to the Cult of Joshi, with your host, Raja and John.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cult of Joshi. I'm your host, Raja, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, John.
Hello.
And we are back again after 3 more shows of the Star Grand Prix to get you all up to date on the standings, where we stand personally on our picks, and everything, all the surprises, everything, all that good stuff.
It's been a wild week, man.
It has been.
Sometimes we say that, and it's just like, it's been pretty wild. This has been wild. From AEW having a crazy pay-per-view that,
Crazy is a word.
Crazy is a word.
It's a word.
And to the girls, some of the girls being in the States, trying to keep up with that stuff.
Yes.
Some wild announcements, some wild pressers, one that happened before our last show, but we haven't really addressed it yet, and we kind of have to address that elephant. And then the bigger elephant, a big poi-sized elephant.
Oh my goodness. It's quite big for a poi-sized elephant.
Well,
I'm surprised.
Those things are sly. You have to watch them because they are crazy, and this one's super crazy. It's been nuts. It's been so much stuff going on.
It's like the summer just brings it out of people. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's jump into a little bit of this.
Talking of these press conferences, okay? The one that you mentioned first, obviously, we're going to get this out of the way. We watched the Marigold press conference for their upcoming Cork and Hall show. And the moment that it stood out to most people, I think, and us especially, was the moment between Chi-Chi and Sari and Komomo Minami and Miku Aono. Man, this was just brutal. Like, Chi-Chi and Sari laying into Komomo to the point that she just could not even form words.
I felt weird.
It felt awkward.
I felt strange.
Like we shouldn't be watching it.
I used to get in trouble for defending people from bullies. Mm-hmm. And it's something that's happened like several times in my life.
Yeah.
Where I got in super trouble.
Yeah.
For defending people from the bullies. Right. And somehow I always end up getting in trouble. But I wanted to jump through and defend her.
Just hug her.
Like, I felt so bad. And these are people that I love on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is wild. It felt so raw, gritty, and real.
It did.
That it made me think a couple things. First, how sad this is.
Poor Komomo.
Someone please talk for her.
Yes.
And then she has a best friend that is coming back from injury.
Oh boy, does she.
And that best friend is a badass bitch.
Yes.
And
Victoria Yuzuki is going to throw hands for her Komomo.
and to be someone so new, really, to wrestling, right?
Right.
And we know what class she's from. Victoria being thrown, and we've talked about this before, Yuzuki being thrown into not just the deep end, the deep shark-infested end with every other thing in the world, like and come out of it with the bloody mouth and a bunch of carcasses.
Yeah.
She is so amazing to me. She is this because she has the beauty and the poise and all this, right?
Right.
But she also was violent.
Yes. She's gonna fight you.
So I've been thinking this whole time, like, man, this is gonna be something when she and boy howdy.
I think Chi-Chi just made it way worse for herself.
Oh boy howdy. Yuzuki's been talking on X a little bit about some stuff.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I was excited. But now I'm really excited to see this. This is going to be good.
It is.
Honestly.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the Dream Star to start up at the end of August. Like, so many good things.
Yeah, so many good things indeed.
But the other big toy-sized elephant in the room that we must address is, of course, Natsupoi has announced her retirement from pro wrestling on January 3rd, 2027. And I think this hit a lot of fans really hard. There was a little bit of a feeling, right, about it maybe coming. She got married and everything like that. And then she lost her IWGP match to Shiri, an excellent match by all accounts. But this announcement kind of just like, it hits you in the heart, right? It was very emotional for a lot of people, myself included.
Yeah, I know. It hit you really hard, and it hit me hard. It hit a lot of us hard. The funny thing, if there's a funny thing to this, we have talked about that damn IWGP title since its inception. It seems like anyone that like goes for it and doesn't get it, or people that lose it, it's either a ticket out the door
somewhere else,
or it's a ticket of retirement or something like that. It's kind of weird.
You totally said that during the match too.
Yeah.
You were like, I feel like whoever loses this is on the way out. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
But it's done. I mean, when you go back and you look at it, it's kind of that way.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it has happened more than once.
yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, the whole thing was, I was traveling, blah, 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 you saw that. And
yeah, I had to send texts
and I could
immediately.
feel it. I could feel it from you because it was exactly what I felt. And we've talked about this. We thought we were prepared for it. But with all the happiness and grandiose and, have a wonderful time that we want, it's also that you're losing one of the greatest top performers, 5-star performers out there in Natsupoi. And you go back to the Tam and Natsupoi, what really cemented us with Stardom, from stop start kind of things, and you always seen the good in Stardom.
Natsupoi is she's just Stardom.
Yeah,
she is Stardom.
Yeah, I mean, that's our sign off is a tribute to Poi.
It is. We've done it since we started the show because of her, and it's so crazy to think. And I know it happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, retirements are natural
Absolutely.
in pro wrestling. People can't do this forever, and sometimes it's like, okay, I understand, it's their time, and then other times you're like, no, please.
I mean, and the last run is going to be memorable. That's the cool thing. Even with what Sariano, and I'm not trying to jump ahead here, but even with what Sariano said in the ring in Crockett Hall, I don't want to have this last one-on-one match be a sentimental match.
Yeah.
I want this to be serious.
Yeah.
That match is going to be epic.
Yeah. We know that Sariano and Natsupoi are very connected. They've had their feud. They wrestle each other, and it's like fireworks going off in the ring constantly, and it's just so sweet to see their connection and the things that came out of this retirement announcement between them. And because of Sariano and Natsupoi both not being in the 5-star and everything like that, it's so cute and sweet, and I love it so much. And I do wish Natsupoi all the happiness and enjoyment in the world for whatever path she chooses beyond pro wrestling. But at the same time, I just am gonna miss her.
Bye, Poi.
Bye, Poi. But we do have a lot to talk about when it comes to the 5-Star Grand Prix. We got 3 shows to go over from this past weekend, and then we have to make our picks for this upcoming weekend. So we should jump right in.
Well, before we jump right in,
okay,
I'm going to call an audible here. We talked about this at the end of the show, probably last show or the show before, about a design.
Ooh.
There's a design coming, a design working for our first official t-shirt.
Yes.
Right?
It's in the works.
Well, we got our design from the artist, the mysterious artist, and we love it.
It's amazing.
We are now in the process of getting, make sure that we're getting the shirts through the right place.
We want to make sure they're perfect.
Yeah, that they're quality. But we really love the design, and we're even going one more than that. There's going to be more. This is not a one-shot, guys. There's actually we're working on like a cool variant. So there's a lot of things happening, but the artist who we had make it, if you have ever been into deathmatch wrestling at all,
yes,
for me and Raja, there is some, rarefied air. I'll use that again. there is an illustrator out there,
yes,
of grandiose design levels, and we love his shirts.
Have loved for such a long time.
Yeah, Seiyazawa.
Just hearing the name.
Yeah, Seiyazawa has designed the first Call to Joshi shirt. And
it's so good.
We are so excited about it. It really embodies Joshi.
Yes.
And going back and forth and creating this design, he was incredible. Just the way he communicates.
I know, it was such a nice experience.
Yeah, just
like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, just the way he communicates is fantastic. It's incredible. And his mind and the thought he puts into things.
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of love that we wanted our shirt not just to be some crazy slop.
Right. We weren't going to pay someone on Fiverr to design our shirt.
Exactly. We wanted this to be something special.
Yeah.
And to embody, you know, what Joshi means to us.
Yes.
And what we know that Joshi means to our listeners.
Yes.
And, you know, it's a special relationship, you know? And so simple yet effective, you know, like memorable and all this. So we will be presenting this soon.
Yeah. We just need to tie up a few more loose ends.
Kind of want to drop it with the shirt drop. You know, and
yeah, we don't want to jump the gun or anything.
Yeah, but the design is done. We have it in our hands.
We do,
and we are so excited about sharing this first shirt. You know, first part of this journey, and so
we can't wait for you guys to see it.
Oh yeah, very exciting. But I just wanted to say something about it because some of the designs that Ozawa-san has done, are fantastic.
They live on in memory for a long time.
So just really cool. I just wanted to share that really quickly.
It's just also really cool to say we have a t-shirt designed by Sei Ozawa. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, and that's what it deserved, honestly.
It did, yes. There's no one else who could have handled the assignment better, and man, he hit it out of the park.
He did.
I would expect nothing less.
hitting it out of the park. Like, let's do our own 5 stars here.
All right, let's get into some 5-star Grand Prix action. Starting off on July 25th in Kanazawa, we kicked things off with a Red Stars A match between Rina and Akira Kuragane. This one went about as most people believed it would. I suppose Rina won. She tapped Akira out with the hydrangea.
Yes.
Next, in Red Stars B, Rina Yamashita versus Lady C. This was very much your big girls, like, fighting it out match. Like, there was no high speed, no, like, flippies or anything. This was just a Rina Yamashita match. Straight up, I think she needed one after, like, the Meiseiras and the bunch that she's been facing. But Rina Yamashita did come out on top in this one with the implant driver, leaving Lady C still at 0 points. The next match in Red Stars A was Natsuko Tora versus Itsuki Aoki. So this one was a lot of fun. Like, I wasn't sure, like, we were still a little on edge about Natsuko Tora and her knee from the last weekend. We weren't sure how things were going to look or how things were going to go. She did use a little help in this match. Rina distracted the referee so that Tora could use a chair, but she ended up hitting a Death Valley driver and then missing the Swanton Bomb, which gave Itsuki another opportunity to win the match, which she did by rolling Tora up for a pin. So Itsuki Aoki, another 2 points out of this one.
Yeah, that's a surprise. I mean,
thought so too.
As much as we love her, it was a surprise. And I love what she's doing so far. It's in the world getting to see this, and we've seen different, you pointed it out. We've seen different variations of her and Rina.
It's so enjoyable.
So very cool.
And notably, at the beginning of this match, the match got started, the bell rang, while Itsuki Aoki was taking a drink of water.
Yes.
After yelling her greeting to Natsuko Tora, and that's important to remember.
It is.
The next match in Red Stars A was Maika versus Sayaka Kurara, and this sort of continued the trend that Sayaka was having with the Tomoka match and everything, wherein it was very short, it was very dominant on Maika's side. Sayaka could just not get anything going. Maika picked on her arm early and ended up winning with an armbar. So Sayaka went down once again very quickly. Maika pulling out the judo, like, I remember I can do this. So it was pretty crazy. It
was. And it feels like something's brewing there story-wise. Like many of these things, you kind of see the formations of some kind of story.
Yeah.
And this is very much that.
It is, because it gets a little even more crazy as we go. The next match was a tag team match, non-tournament action. Emma Maishima and Ane Kanaya took on Matoi Hamabe and Hanan. Just a fun little tag match in between. Matoi and Hanan did win this, Hanan hitting the Hanan special on Ane Kanaya to win for her team. Then we moved right along in Red Stars B. It was Azusa Inaba versus Utami Hayashishita. And dude, I could not have, if you had paid me money, I would not have said that this match was going to turn out the way that it did.
So again, Utami looks amazing.
Yes.
So, that has to be said over and over and over. Utami looks like a superstar. People treat her like a superstar. She has people fainting. She has, it's just...
the girls are going crazy in the crowd.
It's just Utami doing Utami stuff.
Yes.
And it's very exciting. So yes, this match was great. And I figured Azusa was going to have an incredible showing.
Yeah.
Do her best.
Yes.
But we were going to end up where we were going to end up. And we didn't end up there, Raja.
That's not what happened.
What happened?
Azusa Inaba won this match. She trapped Utami in a pin so tight that she could not possibly kick out. And if the translation on Twitter's to be believed, that trap is called the baby killer number 2, which is just insane, but also kind of fits Azusa's vibe. So I believe it 100%. But man, Azusa Inaba getting 2 points over Utami Hayashishita. What a win for her.
And even going into it, it was basically Utami saying things like, I'm going to spank that girl. Like it was like she's definitely.
It's like, you can call me an old hag.
Right. She's
I'm only 27.
Yeah, well, she's really full of herself, And I'm blown away. I'm flabbergasted.
This was definitely the first big surprise.
I do want to say that the soothsayer known as Raja that I go meet in the woods sometimes told me this time when I went to go before the 5-star
right,
that if Utami had to worry about something, it would be hate members. And you talked about that. You were like, look at the hate members she has to go against. I'm just going to throw that out there.
There are 2 in her block with her. Azusa says 1.
Yeah, one of them's up.
So yes, Azusa Inaba with 2 points. Crazy work for her. The next match in Red Stars A was Tomoka Inaba versus Azumi. Freaking excellent match. They started this one off quick. They're throwing all the roll-ups at each other, trying to get pins early. It got close to a draw twice throughout the match. Like, there was one where it was almost a double count out because they were yanking each other out of the ring. And then they both got knocked down and they almost got the 10 count while they're laying on the mat. I'm like, what is that? They're so equally matched.
Yeah.
That it's just so impossible almost to pick a winner between these two.
I'm not going to forget this one anytime soon. It's one of those matches that if you didn't see, as we say many times, go back and watch.
Yes.
Go out of your way to look at it. We knew it was going to be great.
Yeah, these two are so good.
When you see Tomoka and Azumi, you know it's going to be great. But Azumi, man, listen, they can be the same age. They can be all these things, but Azumi is eternal. Azumi is not the age of anyone. Azumi is forever.
Yes.
And there is something just different about Azumi. When she is big match Azumi, when she is, I am feeling myself Azumi. And I am telling you right now, when we saw her walk out with the new look, it felt special, didn't it?
Yeah.
It felt special. And she is wrestling special.
Oh man, the double foot stomp she laid on Tomoka in this match, I thought she was just done right then, but turns out Azumi had to use a Canadian destroyer and then the Azumi sushi to put her away.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing, right? I mean, it's for those of us who love her. Yeah. We've had to endure quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And some mid-type stuff.
Yes.
I will say it. But you know, this is not that. This is definitely feels like a movement. This feels something special going on. And this match is part of that. This match looks like a part of a bigger story. Yeah. A part of a bigger journey. And Tomoka was very hard on herself about this loss.
Well, yeah.
And it was like, you know, what do I have to do?
Because she can't seem to get one over on Azumi. No matter what she does, One of my favorite things was how much they were like glazing each other after this match, though, to calling each other like Tomoka saying Azumi's like the perfect wrestler, and Azumi calling Tomoka her forever rival, and like they just love fighting each other, which I love because they're so good at it.
Oh yeah, Azumi can have 4 or 5 forever rivals, and I'm good with it.
She can, because she's just that good. Like everyone wants to beat Azumi because that's like the benchmark, right?
It really is, and I think that gets lost sometimes. It's one of those things in translation that sometimes get lost. When you see Azumi show up in the States somewhere, it's like, oh, hey, here's this young blah blah blah, and you're kind of like,
it's like, no,
you're like, no,
that's a 12-year veteran.
It's not exactly that. She is one of those people, like your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she shows up, and the people who know are like, oh, it's Azumi.
Yeah.
Like she is different
because she's so smooth, right? It's not because she's got a catchy line that she says, or because of her dance routine,
right? It's
because Azumi comes out and there is something special there, and we talked about it last time. But when you go back and you watch her earliest matches, when she had no business being that good, she was that good.
She was just so smooth always, and like she just has aura. Okay, we love Azumi, and I definitely feel it with this 5-star. I'm hoping that the wave continues the way it feels like it is, because I would love to see some real results from Azumi in this tournament. I don't know how far they're gonna go, but I'd love to see it. The next match in Red Stars B was Mei Seira versus Konami, and man, was this a brutal match. Just the back and forth in this one was so violent. Konami going after Mei Seira's arm early and often. She kicked out of a rolling star, which is very rare to see. But, of course, the finish came when Konami kicked Mei with the roundhouse and then did her specialty kick to the face, locked her in the armbar, and forced her to tap out. And as we saw following this match, Konami has decided to continue her collection of, face-painted portraits of her victims. So Mei was added to the collection tonight.
Yeah, she's destroying some gimmick pictures for sure. And, but it's...
Or making them more valuable,
Well, yeah, that's how you look at it. I'll tell you, man, it was exactly that. Super violent, and, I expected this result, but you never know. I mean, Mei Seira can beat anybody at any time. She
can, and I think it's interesting how extra Konami is with Neo Genesis members. We know she hates Starlight Kid, but it feels like she also has it out for all of her friends, because some of those kicks were nasty.
Well, yeah, but Konami is... That's why it's so hard to pick against her. Konami is what you always talk about being a tough out. Like, she is one of those that is, no matter what the reason is, and she'll use a tank if she has to.
Yes.
If there is a metal rod lying around, she's going to take it and hit you in the head with it, because Konami's just looking for that dub.
Yes, that's all she cares about.
Yeah.
In the main event of this night, it was a Red Stars B match, which was Saya Iida versus Maki Ito. And this was a very different Maki Ito match than we are all used to seeing, and to Maki's detriment, I think, because the result obviously didn't go her way. Saya Iida did end up winning this match, and it's because Maki Ito tried to wrestle a Saya Iida match instead of a Maki Ito match. She wanted to prove that she could get results in a very serious, very strong match. Like, she was out there trying to best Saya Iida at what Saya Iida is best at, which is obviously not going to work out well for you.
you never want to go to your opponent's world, and you want to dictate the pace, right? And that's just the whole thing. And the best ones ever to do it, you wrestle their match. You look at like Flair or anybody like that. You're wrestling their match,
right?
And that's very much, you're right. It's what happened here. It was, I don't want to say clunky, but it was clunky, and
it was interesting.
At times.
Yeah.
But you could see the effort that was there. You could see what was happening. But yeah, it was very much different. And one of the things that brings Maki Ito the success, and I think the love and the admiration, is that she is different, and every now and then she throws in something. You're like, oh crap, that's wild. But trying to go head on with the Saida match that's not the jam.
I think she may have seen better results if she had stuck to headbutts and stunners and Ito specials, but unfortunately she got brainbustered and Saida claimed yet another 2 points over her in this main event.
Yes.
Then we move on to July 26th in Joetsu, which kicked off in Red Stars A with Tomoka Inaba versus Maika. What a match to start with, number one. Just opening it up with these two JTO classmates up against each other. They met in the aisle to start the fight. Like, Tomoka went down there and was like waiting for Maika to come out, and she did, and they just beat the crap out of each other. But this was very much like, you could tell they know each other well. They threw everything they had at each other. There were quite a few Michinoku drivers, but it was Maika with the Michinoku driver 2 coming out on top in this one for another 2 points, and Tomoka Inaba taking another loss.
Yeah, but Tomoka Inaba having another really cool match.
Oh my god, her matches have been so excellent so far.
And that was one of the things, looking forward to seeing her throughout the tournament, and it's not letting us down. Maika looks great as well. I love seeing Maika at top 4 Maika. And, I think that's what we're getting right now. And we were so excited about this. And one of the coolest things about Japanese wrestling fans is it's not like you get a little portion of a smart crowd.
Yeah.
It seems that every crowd is a smart crowd. I know they're the smartest, being that they know everything about everybody, in the Tokyo ones. But, they are all... They knew what they were seeing. They knew this was the JTO girls, and like the former favorite student versus the most recent favorite student.
Right.
Really cool stuff, man. And it didn't let us down. It was a good opener.
It was, and you're right. Tomoka Inaba's having a heck of a tournament. She may not be getting all the wins, but her matches quality is just out insane. It's outside the roof. I love it.
Yes.
The next match in Red Stars B was Lady C versus Konami. And to Lady C's credit, in this match, despite all of the losses she has been taking throughout the beginning of this tournament, she opened this one up by taking Konami down and just doing some ground and pound. Like, she was not going to let Konami take advantage of her early. And even though it didn't stay in her favor, I am proud of her for fighting for herself, because we know how much God's Eye members don't like Konami already. But I think she was fighting for more than that, for herself.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that, Lady C, being an optimist and coming into every match, no matter what happened, and just doing her best and having the best performance, I love it.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, and every time she got taken down in this match or was behind, she would get back up, hit one of those big thrust kicks or something, and take a little bit off of Konami. But unfortunately for her, Konami did end up winning this match. She got that kick to the face that Konami loves to use, and then got added to the collection,
yes,
along with Mei Seira. So Konami with another 2 points off of this one. Lady C remains at 0. The next match in Red Stars A was Natsuko Tora versus Rina. And this is actually a rematch from last year. They had this match because they were in the same block, and Rina defeated Natsuko Tora last year, which was a big deal because, that's the leader of your faction. That's like your teacher, essentially. So I think Tora had a lot to prove this year coming into this, and it was a really fun match between these two. It's just cool to see the dynamic sometimes, because like with Itsuki Aoki and Akira Kuragane, when they fight, it's like more fun and games, like sisters fighting. But with Natsuko Tora and Rina, it's like, I'm gonna prove why I'm the one in charge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Tora, from that injury, her matches have been awesome.
Yeah.
And, that's one of the cool things. We were worried about the injury, but then, some of the best Tora stuff we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, like she's really in there. I think it's grounded her a lot. She's very centered with these matches and just throwing these massive like strikes and kicks at people. And of course she's still doing like the splashes and the swantons, a bunch of which she has missed, by the way, which is scary as heck. But in this match, it actually worked in her favor. She hit the swanton bomb on Rina to win and get back the loss that she had in last year's tournament to her student. Rina, of course, was very upset about this loss. She's not feeling the results that she got last year, but there's still a lot of tournament to go, so we can't, give up yet.
Oh, absolutely not.
The next match, also in Red Stars A, was Sayaka Kurara versus Azumi. And this was yet another very, very quick match. Sayaka did try to get some offense going. You know, she did some of her offense. She did a springboard, which ended up in Azumi anti-airing her with a kick to the neck. And it just so sad sometimes. But Azumi was just so dominant in this match, even though there was an early spear and Sayaka trying to get the pin as quickly as possible. Azumi she's too good. She got a double Azumi Sushi minutes into the match and pinned Sayaka Kurara for the win. So Sayaka's still suffering from these quick losses and Azumi getting more wins.
Yeah, and I love seeing, you know, I talked about Lady C having that positivity. Sayaka Kurara, when you follow her on socials, you know, she is staying super positive. Mm-hmm. You know, she has the loss and then it's coming up. It's like, I'm still going to try my best no matter what. I'm going to give it my all. Maybe I'm out of it, you know, whatever. And is it too positive?
Maybe. You know? Maybe it's a little too much, especially since at this point, like as we're sitting here, she's had 6 of her 7 tournament matches already, which is crazy.
And I'm still going back to Suzu's words. You know, we had Sayaka really have a transformation, and she had all the confidence in the world.
Right.
And Suzu Suzuki, when she had that match and she beat her for the belt, you know, she said some things to her about basically going back to where you belong.
Got in her head a little bit.
And I have to think that has something that having that loss, that big of a loss, and then going right into this tournament.
Yeah, she didn't really have time to grieve very much at the loss of the red belt.
It's weird, and there's so much going on in her faction that, you know, she seems like lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And, you know,
it weighs heavy on you.
Yeah. So interesting times for Sayaka Kurara.
We did see a little bit of like strategy from her at the beginning of this match. You know, Zumi was trying to get the handshake in and Sayaka was wary about it because you know how Zumi could be with those handshakes and like just dragging you into things. She did eventually get it, but I think Sayaka is definitely learning a lot throughout this tournament.
Me too. I mean, she is obviously still, no matter how many losses she takes, she wrestles like a main eventer.
Yeah, she does every single time. The next match in Red Stars B was Azusa Inaba versus Mei Seira. And this, of course, was a very fast-paced match. They almost got counted out on the outside. They were just wrestling each other to death. Azusa had this knee bar on Mei for such a long time. Like, the intensity of this knee bar that she put on Mei Seira was so nice, and watching Mei have to struggle her way to the ropes, it was just a highlight of the match for me. But surprisingly to me, but not to you, perhaps, this match ended in a time limit draw, and I think you might get pick of the weekend for picking this correctly before the tournament started.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the small people. So obviously this is one of the ones in our pre-tournament picks. This was one of my locks.
Yeah.
This was one of my locks. If you were calling me, you know, call Slick Johnny for your lock of the week. You know, this was, you know, really it for me. For whatever reason, the first time I saw this match, I'm like, that's a TLD. That's a time limit draw. These two are not going to, no one's going to win that match. Just because it's like two zooming rays of light going around a ring.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see how you have one up on another one there.
And I can totally see it now that it's happened. I'm like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. And more points for Azusa and Mei. They each get 1 point off of this. So already just this 5-star is going in all kinds of crazy directions. The next match in Red Stars A was Itsuki Aoki versus Akira Kuragane, and I talked a little about this earlier about how they kind of have that sisterly bond, you know, and they're very fun with each other. But this time, at the beginning of the match, after Itsuki said her piece, she went to get her drink of water, and she made sure to hold a finger up to the referee to make sure he did not ring the bell while she was refreshing her throat after yelling.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's just one of those things you're rewarded for paying attention.
One of those small things. things.
Yes.
But yes, this was a lot of fun, this match. This was my one gimme match for Akira because I felt bad not giving Akira any wins. So I thought maybe it would be cool if she beat her sort of mentor. That did not happen. Itsuki Aoki won this match with the air raid crash for another 2 points.
And looked good doing it.
Oh, she did. She's just excellent. In the next match for Red Stars B, we had Rina Yamashita versus Maki Ito. And we went into this knowing it was going to be a fun time, but I don't think even we were expecting what happened in this match. It started off just normal. And then things started coming out from under the ring, such as a pizza cutter and some bamboo skewers. Man, when Maki pulled out that pizza cutter, I popped so hard. I can't help myself.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, they know each other. They know each other from the indies. They know each other from GCW in the States. You know, Maki Death Kill. There's been so much between them. And so it was really cool. And they were given a nod, I think, to that. And they were given a little bit of love to the deathmatch community that had seen them face each other. And even though we didn't get the death match.
We didn't, okay, because Daichi's in there, and they're both holding each other's wrists so they can't hit each other with the things, and Daichi threatens to call the match and throw it out if they don't stop, so they both drop their stuff.
There was the smallest amount of time that I swear to God, I thought that they were going to put the skewers in Daichi's head.
I know, they got so close. I was like, God, no, please.
I wasn't ready for that.
That would have been crazy. I would not be surprised if Daichi took the skewers. I'm just saying.
It was such a fun match, though. I really enjoyed this match. I had a good time in this match, and that's exactly what I'm looking for in a Maki Ito match.
Yes, so they ended up getting out of the ring and fighting around a little bit, and they went outside of the doors of the arena, so we couldn't see them for a long time while Daichi is counting them out. Then he eventually just gets to 20, and the match ends in a draw for double countout. So when they come back in through the doors, they're taped together back to back, just tape all around them.
I mean, that was a crazy thing. It wasn't the craziest thing I've seen all weekend, but it was up there. I think Mick Foley barking like a dog with, divine to me. I think that'll be the craziest. That was
so funny
and awkward, right?
It was weird. Awkward, but it was funny. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought they might call back that on the Dynamite. They didn't, thank God, but. It's just like
they kind of just let it drop. They were like, never mind.
Yeah, let's not talk. Maybe we do need writers.
Yes, but after the fact, Rina and Maki agreed backstage that it was Daichi's fault that the match went this way and that they needed to go get revenge on him. So they don't blame each other. They still love each other. The main event for this night in Red Stars B was Utami Hayashishita versus Saya Iida. This was such a good match. These two get in there and they're just throwing hands. Then they get on the floor, and this is like a marble floor in this place, okay? Like, it looks painful. And you know what they do? A suplex on the marble, not even on the pads, on the bare marble floor, just a suplex. I was like, what is happening?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, listen,
why are we doing this?
This match has a giant arrow with neon and those bulb lights,
yes,
all on the big arrow, saying this way, because I need everybody to go and follow that big arrow and watch this match, dude.
Please.
It's so great, and we know that they love each other. That was established on Utami's return, yes. And when they had interactions. So this match, though. Dude, Iida is a violent person.
When she wants to be, I mean, there was a lariat through the ropes that looked like
that's what I'm thinking of.
Beheaded Utami.
That's what I'm thinking of. And Utami throws herself into everything anyway, but this match was so intense, so physical, just physical.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, it was physical.
Yeah. They didn't stop. They were struggling to breathe by the end of this match. Yeah. They were putting so much heart and soul into it. It
Love
was
this match.
Beautiful, violent, and emotional even to the end. After Utami Hayashishita took the win using the hijack bomb, they talked to each other on the mic a little bit about how, Iida's like, I'm frustrated, but I still love you and everything, and like making Utami cry, and then Saya's crying, and it's just so sweet. I love their relationship. They are such good friends, and I need more of them wrestling each other because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a great match.
It was a great match. That brings us to our final show of this past week on July 28th in Korakuen Hall. We have the final night of this weekend, and it kicked off with a little 6-man match where Emma Maishima, Matoi Hamabe, and Kyoko Katatsu took on Ane Kanaya, Sariano, and Natsupoi. And the match itself was really good, but it's not really the big deal about this moment in the show. Ane, Saori, and Natsupoi won. Saori ended up pinning Kyoko Kotatsu, and then we had the face-to-face, the moment between Sariano and Natsupoi, and man, when everything gets quiet and these two are just talking to each other, I'm like in an anime movie. They just have that like ethereal quality to both of their voices where it sounds like a voiceover in a trailer, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially Natsupoi. And I just like was so locked in to what they were just talking so softly to each other, but so seriously.
They have a way that makes you feel like you are a fly on the wall inside their apartment or something.
Yeah.
And you're seeing something. You're seeing the first time. And we know in wrestling that you don't actually see the other person until you're back in the ring.
Yeah.
So this is like the first time she's been able to address this. And it was incredible. And that's when it came out about having that final one-on-one.
It is. They set their final singles match ever for August 23rd in Ryogoku, which is the final night of the 5-Star Grand Prix. And by all accounts, from the past singles matches that these two have had, we know it's going to be a match to remember, especially given that it's the last time they're going to face one-on-one. And it was in the post-match comments for this match where Sariano gave a little more context to why she wasn't personally in the 5-Star Grand Prix. And she talked about how, of course, she learned about Natsupoi's retirement before she announced it to the world, and they had a lot of back and forth on text, and Saori's like, no way, you can't do that. You can't do that. She was very, upset about it, of course, but she also decided that she didn't want to participate in the 5-Star Grand Prix so that she could spend this final summer with her tag team partner, teaming and wrestling with Natsupoi, and there's just something so beautiful and lovely about that. I love that so much.
Me too. I mean, and it's I think it's going to be great. I think that we're going to see some incredible matches. We already know a tag team match we're going to see. So there's really some cool things coming out of this. And like I said, just enjoy the ride, man.
Yes, it's going to be enjoyable, I promise. We kicked off tournament action for this Korakuen Hall show in Blue Stars A with Rion versus Julia Hart. So this was Julia's first tournament match, first match in the 5-Star, first match in Stardom. And she came in here, of course, with that Artist of Stardom belt that they won. And she won. She won her first tournament match against Rion with the Heart Lock. She locked that sucker in, no getting out of it. It was a fine match, though obviously there's a few kinks that need to be worked out, which is to be expected.
Yeah, I think that it is what it is. I think that it's your first match and you're having your debut in freaking Korakuen Hall.
Nervous.
Yeah, so I mean, you can imagine.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I'm nervous just thinking about it.
Yeah, I think that it's a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I know Tommy on the talk show yesterday was talking about, they were asking about Julia Hart, and they were like, she's really pretty, huh? And Tommy's like, yeah, she's pretty.
That's so funny.
I think, and they're like, you're pretty too. And she's like, yeah, I think I appeal more to the Japanese taste.
That's so funny. The crowd was nice about Julia. Like, obviously she's a heel and she did some heel things that they were not happy with and they booed, which is to be expected because you're a heel. But I think they'll kind of warm up to her the longer that we have her here and we get to see her wrestle. And of course, there were a little bit of movement with the artist belts that kind of in the way that we want to see because of Redemption over the weekend. Tekla losing the AEW Women's World Championship, which frees her up for All In. I'm just saying.
I agree.
You never know.
Right.
The next match in Red Stars A was Itsuki Aoki versus Sayaka Kurara. And finally, we get a full-length real Sayaka Kurara match because she was absolutely on fire for this one. And do you know what she did to kick this one off?
What did she do?
She attacked Itsuki Aoki during her water drinking break.
Because she watched the shows. we got paid off for paying attention to that. It's awesome.
She noticed that Itsuki Aoki yells, then goes to the corner and gets a drink of water every single match. So she took advantage of that, and it gave her the up for a while. And we got to see all the Sayaka Kurara favorites. We got to see Falcon Arrows and all that. Unfortunately, it is not enough. It was not enough because Itsuki Aoki won this match with yet another air raid crash. She is undefeated and has 8 points in the tournament, which is just bananas, I think.
No, it is bananas. And what does that put us at for Aoki?
For Aoki, she's at 8 points.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Like, we didn't think she'd get that far.
No, I mean, that is just nuts. That's like big leaguing.
It is. And Sayaka Kurara only has 1 match left, and he's just scraping the barrel at this point.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like, the way that this tournament has turned out. The next match in Blue Stars B was Yuna Mizumori versus Ami Sori. There was a lot of lariats, a lot of shoulder tackles, all of the big girl moves. Like, they were just slamming into each other the whole match.
They were. Ami Sori, though, man. Whew.
She's a different beast when she gets in this mode.
She is.
She did win this match, Ami Sori, with like a thunderbolt, so that put her up 2 points. The next match in Red Stars B was Lady C versus Maki Ito. I really enjoyed this match. Like, these two work really well together. They did a lot of really cool reversals, like Maki Ito going for her cutest in the world call into Lady C picking her up and putting her in the giant spin. And there was just like a cool reversal into the stunner later on. It was a really good match. Like, they had great flow together. Maki Ito did beat Lady C in this match with a roll-up. Poor Lady C is still winless, but Maki Ito going up 2 more points. The next match in Red Stars A was Micah versus Natsuko Tora. Dude, this was everything I wanted it to be. I wanted this match to be violent. It was violent. There was chairs being used on the floor, like hitting people with them, getting suplexed on them. They used the East sign, in the Cork and Hall. They went up there, banging each other's heads into that. Tora pulled off a turnbuckle pad. When's the last time you saw someone do that in the Stardom ring?
It's been a minute.
They used the bear turnbuckles. It was awesome. It was awesome. Tora did end up misting Micah, and Micah did her best to fight her way out of that. Unfortunately, she did get hit with a Swanton Bomb, and Natsuko Tora got the pin for a win and broke Micah's undefeated streak.
Yeah, and again, man, Tora is having a hell of a tournament.
Man.
She really is.
It's so good.
These matches are great. They are. They're not even good. They're great.
Yeah.
And just very memorable.
Yeah, and this was exactly the match I was hoping for between these two. We know they don't like each other, and they showed it. So I was really happy with this one.
Yeah, me too.
The next match in Blue Stars A was Miyu Amasaki versus Suzu Suzuki. And to give her all the credit in the world, Miyu Amasaki fought her ass off in this match. Like, even near the end, she was still throwing everything she had at Suzu Suzuki. She even kicked out of the tequila shot, which is hard.
Yeah, no, this match, I mean, I thought that she looked great and fantastic. You're right. She looked awesome. And to what you're saying, I mean, every bit of fight you can have, there's nothing else that she could have done, other than a heel turn.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. And like we talked about during the match, there is some background between these two because of Suzu Suzuki having been in Neo Genesis when it was first formed.
Which seems like a fever dream.
It does. It does seem weird to think about now. Like, Suzu never fit the Neo Genesis mold. But Suzu did win that match with the German suplex hold, her trusty German suplex.
Yes.
So another 2 points for Suzu, and Miyu, unfortunately, suffering yet another loss. The next match in the semi-main event in Red Stars B was Utami Hayashishita versus Konami. And remember what we said earlier about Utami facing hate members in her block?
Yes.
This is the other one.
This is it.
And unfortunately for Utami, it turned out not exactly, but just like Azu says, she lost to Konami. And the way she lost is pretty interesting. She was put in the rear naked choke, which we've seen Konami finish people like Sari with in the past, and she passed out in the choke. So she didn't tap. She completely passed out, and the referee called it for Konami. And then Utami got her face painted and stuck on a picture. But crazy that Konami came up with the win in this one.
Yeah, it really is. And I think it goes to the bigger story once again between Utami versus Hate.
Yeah.
Obviously, now she has suffered 2 losses to Hate. Just interesting to see where this goes. I think Utami, with what she has left, has a good chance to still finish with like 9 points.
Yes, that's the most she can possibly get now.
Yeah, interesting.
But she can do it. She can do it. She got 3 matches left.
Yes.
She can totally do
Which
it.
puts her above the 8 points, by the way. So, just
Yes.
saying, it's still elite.
And in the main event of this night in Blue Stars B, in both of their first matches of the tournament, which is crazy, Starlight Kid versus Saya Kamatani. And man, I think this was probably the match of the weekend. It was just, you expect it out of these two, especially after their red belt match that they had. But this went absolutely crazy. Like, early on in the match, Saya Kamatani moved out of the way of a Starlight Kid dive to the outside of the ring. And then they started, like, throwing her into chairs and everything. And then because we're in Korakuen Hall, they climbed into the stands up to the walkway, which people love to wrestle up there because it's such a wide area, right? So they're wrestling. And the one thing that when they get up there, the one thing me and you were like, please don't do a Korakuen leap. It's so scary. That's what we call it when someone climbs up onto the doorway and jumps over the stairwell onto someone else. Unfortunately for us, Starlight Kid took it upon herself to do a Korakuen leap onto Saya Kamatani, and she did not get away this time, but it was epic. It looked awesome. And speaking of looking awesome, Starlight Kid's bright yellow and green gear. Oh my god, what a look.
Yeah, it was like just like this glowing light.
Yeah. So bright
of gear. But the match was great. The match was fantastic. Having the leap in there just, builds the classic part to it. The moves, which I think you're going to get to, holy crap.
Yeah, it did not
just
stop.
The violence of these. Oh my god, man. Starlight, I don't know, man. She's so special.
She has something to prove for sure against Saya Kamatani, and they got back down to the ring. Starlight starts working on Saya's knee. She throws her knee from the apron into the floor. At one point, she had the Black Tiger leg killer locked on Saya Kamatani to the full effect, like leg going around the neck. She wasn't able to completely lock it in, and so Saya got to the ropes, but she was close. And then when Saya hit her with a Star Crusher and Starlight Kid kicked out, I was like, okay, we're in the deep water now. And then from there, it's like we've got tiger drivers, we've got moonsaults, we've got a freaking tiger suplex, and then Starlight Kid cinching in the star suplex, and the bell rings.
Yes.
Oh, she was right there.
Yeah, she was so close, and it felt like that the momentum was on her side.
It did.
And that she could have got that win, but that's the beauty of it. She didn't, and we went to a draw.
Man, these two.
Great draw.
Holy crap. It makes so much sense, too.
Yeah.
These two hitting a draw. It was such a good match. Just one of those Stardom main events that you just gobble up. It was so good.
Yes.
I loved it. And obviously, this was not, like, I picked Starlight Kid to win this match. This was, like, the one person I picked to beat Saya Kamatani straight up. So, already my picks are way out the window, but I love it. I love everything about it. And I'm so excited to see where they both go from here, because, like I said, this was their first matches in the tournament. So, they've got a long way to go still, but they've got 1 point each, so that's a good start, right?
It is. It's a good start for both of them.
So let's talk standings.
Okay.
Starting in Red Stars A, currently we have Itsuki Aoki at the top with 8 points, followed by Maika with 6 points. Then Sayaka Kurara, Tomoka Inaba, Azumi, and Natsuko Tora all have 4 points. Rina has 2 points, and then Akira Kuragane at the bottom with 0 points.
In Red Stars B, we have Saida with 6 points. Rina Yamashita with 6 points, Konami with 6 points, Maki Ito with 5 points, Mei Sarah with 3, Utami Hashisa with 3 points, Azusa Inaba with 3 points, and Lady C with a goose egg.
Then in Blue Stars A, we have Ruaka with 4 points, Suzu Suzuki with 4 points, Aya Sakura with 2 points, Hina with 2 points, Hanako with 2 points, Julia Hart with 2 points, Miyu Amasaki with 0, and Rion with 0.
And finishing off Blue Stars B, we have Hanan with 4 points, Koguma with 4 points, Momo Watanabe with 4 points, Amisori with 2 points, Starlight Kid with 1 point, Saya Kamatani with 1 point, both of those just getting started, Yuna Mizumori 0, and Kikyo Furusawa 0.
Yes, so just like last weekend was a full Red Stars weekend, this upcoming weekend is very Blue Stars heavy. So this weekend we have 3 more shows in a row, Saturday, Sunday, Monday shows, and we are going to tell you our picks for this weekend, and this is the last weekend where we're picking based on our before tournament brackets, because we thought that would only be fair with Blue Stars coming up this weekend. Then after this weekend, we only have 2 weekends left of regular tournament action, and we're gonna do a little switching up.
Yeah, a little repick midway. We knew we were going to have to, because it's always surprising. And really, this is interesting.
It is. But after this weekend, you beat me this weekend on points 15-12. But because of that, our total cumulative score is 29-29. A dead tie.
It seems planned.
It does, but it's not.
No.
It's just, how are we supposed to know who's going to win? We tell you our picks before it even happens, so we're honest.
I think it's funny that we're tied.
It is funny.
A dead heat.
It probably will end up that way as well. So this weekend on August 1st, we'll be in Sendai, and our matches are in Blue Stars A, Aya Sakura versus Ruaka, and I have Aya Sakura winning this match.
So do I.
In Blue Stars A, Suzu Suzuki versus Hanako. I've got Suzu winning this one.
As do I.
Then in Blue Stars A, Miyu Amasaki versus Rion. And I've picked Miyu Amasaki.
I'm with you again.
Blue Stars A, last match is Hina versus Julia Hart. And I actually picked Hina to win this match.
So I have Julia Hart on that. So then we go to Blue Stars B, Yuna Mizumori versus Kikyo Furusawa. I have Yuna Mizumori.
Me too.
Blue Stars B again, Hanan versus Starlight Kid. I have a draw.
I picked Starlight to win this match.
And that's one that I wouldn't have a draw now.
Right, knowing what you know now.
Yeah, knowing that SOK just had a draw.
But we're locked in.
Blue Stars B, Amisori versus Momo Watanabe. I have Momo.
Me too, yes.
And Blue Stars B, Koguma versus Saya Kamatani. I have Koguma.
Yeah, so this weekend is like the reverse. Like, I picked Koguma to beat Momo. You picked Koguma to beat Saya. So I have Saya winning this match. And then the next night on the 2nd of August, we're in Utsunomiya, and I think this is so funny, okay? Because it's a Blue Star weekend, but they've snuck a Red Star match in here because, as everyone who watches Stardom knows, Utsunomiya is the home of the Stardom sisters.
Yes.
So they've snuck in a Red Stars A match at Tsuki versus Rina to get Rina on the card.
Who you have on it?
I picked Rina.
I have a draw.
A draw.
Yes.
Ooh. Itsuki Aoki's on a run right now, so it's hard to tell.
If I was picking right now, I would pick Rina.
Yeah, I mean, she needs some wins, right? But we're all just getting started here. In Blue Stars A, we have Suzu Suzuki versus Rion, and I picked Suzu for this one.
Yeah.
In the next Blue Stars A match is Aya Sakura versus Miyu Amasaki. I picked Miyu to win this match.
I picked the captain.
The Captain Aya. That's probably a safe bet. Next in Blue Stars A, we have Hina versus Hanako. I picked Hanako to win.
I picked Hina.
Oh no, we're branching off again. And the last Blue Stars A match is Ruaka versus Julia Hart. I picked Julia to win this match.
I picked Julia Hart to win this one. Blue Stars B, we got Yuna Mizumori versus Koguma. I've got Koguma.
Same.
Blue Stars B again, Saya Kamatani versus Kikyo Furusawa. I've got Saya Kamatani.
Me too.
Blue Stars B, Starlight Kid versus Momo Watanabe. What a match. I've got Starlight Kid.
I have Momo on this one because I picked Starlight to beat Saya. That didn't happen, so maybe she'll beat Momo.
And then Blue Stars B, Hanan versus Amisori. I have Hanan.
Me too. I picked Hanan. And then the third of the 3 nights on August 3rd is another big Korakuen Hall where we're mixing all of the blocks. There are 2 tag team or 2 other matches that have been announced. A singles match between Ane Kanaya and Natsupoi, which Ane asked for after the last Korakuen Hall match. And then a tag team match, Matoi Hamabe and Sariano versus Emma Maishima and Waka Sugiyama. So a little bit of fun in between the tournament matches.
And a little call out here on the AEW pay-per-view over the weekend. So if anybody watched Redemption Card out of Montreal, during Redemption, they were they were showing the commentators, and you always see the people in the front row. There was some dude in the front row with a Waka Tsukiyama shirt.
There was.
And I just wanted to give a shout out to the Waka Tsukiyama guy.
It was so cool. You were like, is that guy wearing a Waka Tsukiyama shirt? And I was like, oh my God. Things you don't expect to see at AEW Redemption. Okay, so the tournament matches for this Cork and Hall card are in Red Stars A, Azumi versus Itsuki Aoki. Bound to be a crazy good match. I picked Azumi to win.
All the way.
And then the other Red Stars A match is Natsuko Tora versus Akira Kuragane. I picked Tora.
I've got Tora again. Red Stars B, we got Saida versus Konami. I've got Saida.
Me too. And Konami did say this is the only other person she really, really wants to beat in the block after beating Utami. So Saya needs to win one for the home team.
Red Stars B, Lady C versus Azusa Inaba. I've got Lady C on this one.
Me too. I'm hoping this is like, it's time for the comeback. In Blue Stars A, Aya Sakura versus Julia Hart. I actually picked Aya Sakura for this one.
Me too.
And then the other Blue Stars A match is Hina versus Rion, and I picked Hina to win.
I agree. I've got Hina. Blue Stars B, Yuna Mizumori versus Starlight Kid. I've got SOK.
Same.
And Blue Stars B, Momo Watanabe versus Saya Kamatani. I've got a draw.
Me too. We talked about that before the tournament even started. We both picked Momo versus Saya ending up in a draw. I'm kind of surprised it's happening this early in the tournament, but what a main event.
It's not a draw.
Cork and Hall.
There's no way you're going to have the draw now because that draw eliminated the other draws.
Yeah,
in
for
my
Saya.
opinion, for Saya.
Especially Cork and Hall main event, like do the same thing
you can't
all
do,
over again.
You can't do two Corkins in a row with the draw main event.
For Saya Kamatani. No,
so
they might riot.
Saya's going to beat Momo.
Or Momo beats Saya. I mean, it depends. There's a lot of storyline there. So literally anything could happen in this one, and I'm very excited for it. But the 5-star chugs on. We still have so much action to go. So much Blue Stars coming up this weekend. We want to hear from you guys how your tournament experience is going. Are your points doing well? Did you pick some good winners? Who do you think is going to win at this point now that things have changed? We love to hear from you guys. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials at Cult of Joshi on Facebook, on Instagram, on X. Subscribe to the Cult of Joshi YouTube channel if you're listening on YouTube. We'd love it if you gave this video a like and a comment. It always helps us out. But we are so excited to be bringing you this coverage of the 5-Star Grand Prix, and we hope you guys have been enjoying. I'm Raja, he's John. So long from the Cult of Joshi. Bye!